Alright guys, Shay Dubs back. Today we're going to review Shark Night 3D. One thing, I personally enjoyed this movie, okay? The movie is about a group of college students, a couple of friends, one played by Sarah Paxton, and a bunch of other unknown people. But there's this brunette girl who, if she was a little bit older, she is almost the exact twin of Vanessa Hudgens. I ain't joking. Alright. So they go to the lake. So they go with her to the lake that she usually is familiar with. And there they meet this they get chased by this how you say, sheriff or deputy of the woods or whatever of the lake. And he is played by that guy from Grounded for Life, the father. Yeah, that dude. Yeah. And then once they get there, they're greeted by Sarah's former flame, played by Chris Carmack. If you know what Chris Carmack is, you know he's the dude that was on the OC. That was Marissa's boyfriend, the first boyfriend, not the other guy. Anyway, so they are there for a nice time. They go wakeboarding and all that good stuff. Unknown to them, there are 45 different types of sharks in the lake. Now you know what you may be saying, how does 45 different sharks get into a lake? Well, it's sort of called, I call it foul play at a good cash in. To create, okay, if you've seen The Condemned, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That WWE film Condemned with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Think of that, but better than that. Okay? So, yeah, it's kind of a foul play thing. And then you have two crazy hillbillies. So, you can't go wrong with two crazy hillbillies because they steal the show. They steal the whole movie. Because the movie, from the trailer, you think the movie is a comedy. But it's kind of a more serious, darker tone than that. Which kind of I like that kind of better because it didn't take itself too seriously. I mean, too jokingly. It took itself a little bit more seriously. And that's why I expect out of a movie called Shark Night. Okay? Two things wrong with this movie. One, the 3D sucks. Okay? Matter of fact, do I got them in here with me? Yep. A good quarter of that movie, I had my 3D glasses on. But at some point, I started doing some investigating, and I noticed you didn't really need them as such, so I was just sitting there like this for half of this movie. It was converted 3D. I'm not paying $10. I did pay $10 to see this movie and converted 3D. Fuck you, Hollywood. Fuck you. You better be glad I enjoyed this movie so fucking much. Okay? So that hurt the review. Secondly, damn, what's that second one? I had it off the tip of my tongue too, people. But if I don't think about it by the end of this review, it'll be in the annotations somewhere around the screen. Anyway. So yeah, what they do, what these hillbillies do, I'm not gonna say which ones or who, do is trying to collect all 350 known sharks in the world. 351 if you count the megalodon, if it was still in existence, which is the ancestor of the great white. So yeah, they're basically like trophy hunters, but the trophies are the sharks. So yeah, that's how they get into the lake, and they start eating people one by one by one by one, and everything just starts going downhill from there. Oh, that's the second problem. The film is PG-13. And I can tell it was R-rated, but they heavily edited it down for a PG-13, which also killed the movie because some of the shark scenes were cool. But the problem is they edited it so much, you couldn't really get the good blood and gore out of it. Man, that killed it. That really hurt the movie. The movie score, I mean. But in the end, it's a fun movie. Just go check it out. don't see it in 3D. Save yourself $4 and don't see it in 3D. Okay, take my word for it. But yeah, Shark Night 3D. I'm gonna have to give that a 4 out of 5 just because it was pure enjoyment. I loved it. Go see it with your girlfriends. Make sure your girlfriends are not into hot guys because there are several of them in here. And make sure you're not a horn dog or you might get slapped one because there are hot women in here too. So yeah, I'm J-Dub. I'm out. Peace.